Howdy, Sporklers! Since we've already taught you how to create basic, classic, and clickable quizzes, we're now going to run through another quiz format that'll give your mouse a workout: multiple choice. These are quizzes in which each question has up to 4 potential answers to choose from, giving you multiple choices. For example, like this "What movie is that from?" quiz, where you choose the correct movie for each movie quote. So you're given, "You don't understand, I could have had class, I could have been a contender." Well, I know that for sure, that's on the waterfront. So you get the idea. Now let's make our own. First, double check that you're logged into your Sporcle account, then go to your quiz management dashboard and select Create a Sporcle Quiz. As for the topic for this quiz, we're gonna go meta again and make a quiz featuring songs about choices. We did a quick keyword search on the site, and we're reasonably confident that our idea is original, so let's get started. And because we can't resist some wordplay, our title is going to be Multiple Choice Songs. We'll select music for the category and multiple choice for the quiz type, of course, and click Create Quiz. In the Basic Info tab, you'll see that you can't change the quiz type this time, but everything else is pretty much the same as in the clickable version. The rest here is business as usual, so make sure that your description is decipherable, which I'll go ahead and do now. So we'll change this to, can you choose the correct artist for each song about choices? And make sure that your quiz is easily found by adding subcategories and tags. For this particular quiz, we'll add the song subcategory, as well as the tags multiple choice and decision making. We also found the perfect royalty-free image to use for the quiz icon. We can add that at any time during this process right up here, but we'll do it now so we don't forget. Choose file, pick the right image, and we'll make sure that the selected area here makes sense for your icon. The smaller square again is what's going to be on the actual quiz page. Click upload and then done. Make sure that you've saved your changes and move on to the Data and Style tab. In this top section, you can toggle the table setting on or off and choose the text size of the answers and questions, which we'll leave medium for now. With table on, you can see all the possible answers at once, whereas turning it off shows you only the correct answer for each question. Don't worry, switching this table setting will not affect the game's appearance on the actual quiz page itself. We'll start the first question by typing in the title of a song, which in this case is going to be our question. So we'll start with a classic song choice, Should I Stay or Should I Go? 1982 classic song by The Clash. So we've typed in the correct answer, and now we can add up to 3 other decoy answers. Why don't we add Ramones, Joy Division, and Sex Pistols? Entering data manually like this can get a little tedious though, so what I've done here is made an Excel spreadsheet with the data already prepared, and the columns matching up how they appear in the table view, with the first column being the question, the second column being the correct answer, and the other 3 columns being decoy answers. If you have a data file to work with like I do, you can click Import Data here on the right and select the spreadsheet file with your data. And you'll see it keeps what we added in before, but we can go ahead and delete that question since it shows up twice. If you'd like, you can change which answer is the correct one in this column, or in the not table view, you can change it by selecting this option here. So we'll leave that as The Clash. You'll also notice color codes here in both display settings. You can change any of the font colors if you'd like to get a little fancy. Otherwise, the text defaults to black in regular sight view or to white in dark mode. If your questions need to be in a particular order, the simplest way to change it up is to turn the table option off and drag and drop as needed. The order doesn't really matter for our quiz, so we'll just click Save Changes and move on to the Advanced tab. Because we're not concerned with question order this time, we'll turn on Randomize Hints. More importantly, however, we need to make sure that this Randomize Answers option is on, since the first answer in our data tab is always the correct one, and we don't want to make things too easy for players. Looking through here, the rest of these settings look good, so we'll leave everything as is, quickly save our changes, and select Test Quiz so we can have a little look. Now you can play through your quiz in the new tab and make sure everything works as you expect it to. So we're given I Choose You First, 2014. I think it's Sarah Bareilles, and I remembered correctly. Okay. You'll see Hot and Cold from 2008. We know this is Katy Perry. Take a Chance on Me from 1978. We know that's ABBA, but let's make sure that incorrect answers are working, so we'll pick Cher. Perfect. Everything looks good, but if you notice any problems or see anything to improve, you can close the new tab or click on this Edit Quiz icon in the upper left to take you back to the quiz tools. We did notice that 10 minutes is way too much time for our music multiple choice quiz, so we can go back to the basic info tab and decrease the timer. We don't want this to be too much of a challenge though. Let's set it to 4 minutes. That should be plenty of time. Now, make sure we save changes again, and now we can move on to the Contribute tab. Take a look at this quiz alerts section. If you see that green check mark, your quiz has no alerts, and as the quiz tools helpfully tells us, it's ready to go. So we can go ahead and contribute our quiz. Now, here's the end of the video where you have multiple choices to make. You could click on the link to our music quiz in the description below, post your own multiple choice quizzes in the comments, like the video, or subscribe to our YouTube channel. There's also the hidden 5th option where you can do all of the above. Whatever choice you make, we'll see you soon in our next how-to video. Thanks for joining us.